Hi, Jeremy. How are you today?
Good, Lisa. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Even with the snowstorms coming. I was wanting to introduce you to our clients and followers. This is Jeremy Huttson. He's the owner and president of Twin Cities Radon Services. Um, Welcome, Jeremy.
Thank you.
What services do you offer at Twin Cities Radon?
We mostly focus on radon mitigation. We also do testing, but more so as kind of a follow-up after we install a radon system.
Okay.
We do the testing, but it's not our mainstream, I guess.
So it's mostly the mitigation systems. How long have you been in business?
Since 2011, so 12 years.
That's pretty good run. And going strong, I hear too.
Yep, we're busy. So
Can you tell us a little bit about what radon is and why should a homeowner care about it?
it's a natural occurring gas. It comes from uranium breaking down in the earth, and that gas comes into your home via cracks. Concrete, believe it or not, is porous and it can make its way up through there. And the radon's a second leading cause of lung cancer. So it's something you want to pay attention to.
So those people that had never smoked that had lung cancer, who knows if there was a, you know, relation between that and maybe radon in all their life, who knows, right?
Well, yeah, I've met people in conferences that their lung cancer's been linked back to radon. So they've
Really?
never smoked in their lives.
So is radon very common? Like, does it occur in specific areas, like around lakes or hills or flatlands or?
It's kind of everywhere. Like northern Minnesota, it's less common. Houses in the Twin Cities metro, about 2 and 5, have elevated what they consider elevated levels. So
That's more than I thought. Hmm. Okay, so here's a question for you. Yeah, you hear about these home radon kits. What do you think of those? You know, the tests that a homeowner can do at home
they
themselves.
they're inexpensive and they work surprisingly well. The EPA regulates them and tests them by buying their kits and mailing them ones that they know the actual value of what the radon is in the place. They they seem kind of phony, but they really do work good and that they're inexpensive. So
So
it's a
is
good way
there
to
a
test.
reading, a level of reading on by the EPA of what to be concerned about?
It's 4 picocuries per liter, and that's the EPA's what they call the action level. So if you're above that, they recommend you treat your house, do something, add a mitigation system. If you're below that, they just recommend you keep monitoring it. So
So is that 4.0, like I've seen some of these test readings where they vary by the hour, right? Sometimes they'll be high and then other times low. Is that something they need to be worried about? Is that what you're talking about, the 4.0, if it hits over that?
that's the average. So if we did a test with one of our machines that do the hourly data and it's sat at 2.5 the entire time, I would assume that something's wrong with I would assume something's wrong with the test machine
Oh, okay. Hmm.
because levels fluctuate all the time.
So what's involved? Let's say I have a high radon reading on my home test kit, the average, it's over 4.0. And I contact you and I say, Jeremy, can you tell me what I do next? What would be your process?
We would come out to your house. Every house is different, so we'd come out to the house, figure out a plan for installing a radon system, try to come up with something that's going to look as good as possible. They're usually not the prettiest thing to install in a house, but we do our best to try to hide it. So take a look at the house, figure out a plan and get you a price on it.
Okay. I've seen them run through like the back of a closet or things. You do a good job trying to, keep them out of the main living areas.
We do our best, but every house has its challenges. So
So let's say that you you or someone else installs a mitigation system for me. How would I, as a homeowner, know, feel at ease knowing that it's working?
we'll typically test it afterwards. We'll either test it or leave you with a test kit to let the system run for a couple days and then retest it, make sure it's working. Don't just,
Oh, good.
you can't just assume that it's doing its job without running another test.
I'm happy to hear that because as a homeowner, that would put my mind at ease, right? Being able to see another test result that says, oh, look, this fixed it. What if it doesn't?
And sometimes, yes, sometimes we do have to come back and do some additional work. In our initial assessment of the house, we usually have another plan. We've done enough of them that we know what we're doing. Some houses we can go into knowing we're going to need a backup plan in case the original system does not work.
Sure. Jeremy, this has been really helpful. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time and talk with us. A couple of other quick questions. What areas do you work in?
We cover the entire metro area, Twin Cities metro. We're based out of the northwest suburbs, so prefer to stick in that area, but
Sure.
but we will go anywhere in the metro.
Okay. And then if somebody either wants to contact you for a radon test, or they already did a home test and it's high and they want to get a price from you, how do they contact you? What's the best way?
Can give us a call. Phone number is 612-245-3222. Email also works, tcradon@gmail.com, or you can look at our website, twincitiesradonservices.com, and can fill out a form to contact us that way.
Great. And you do such a great job. We had you in our concierge booklet as well. Thank you, Jeremy. You have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you too, Lisa.